In this session, we're going to be talking about field level security and how it works along with the modify all data and view all data permissions. So the rule is that field level security overrides both modify all data and view all data permissions. So what does that mean? It means if a user has this modify all data permission, it will give the user access to all the records, and he will be able to see all the records and also all the fields, right? But by using field level security, what we can do is we can hide specific field for our user. And then even though the user has modify all data permission, that user will not be able to see that particular field on a record. Another thing is, if the user's profile has this special permission, edit read only fields system permission, then the field level security will not work. Basically, even if you hide the field or remove the edit access from that field using field level security, if the user's profile has this permission, then they will still be able to see that field and edit that field. All right. So this is what we're going to be trying now. I have a test user. So let me go to my users. So I'll temporarily change our test user's profile. And on that profile, I'll give that view all data permission. So I'm going to change that to new standard user profile. Click save. Then we will go to this profile and verify that the user has modified all data permission. And if the profile doesn't have it, we're going to give that permission, okay? So here it is. Currently, this profile has this modify all data permission checked, okay? And by default, once this is selected, the view all data permission will also be selected. View all data. So let's confirm that. Okay, that's also given to this profile. So if this test user has this profile, that means the test user is going to be able to see all the records and the fields as well. So I'm going to log in as a test user. And for example, I'm going to see accounts. You can see all the accounts, okay? And similarly, all the leads and all the other records. And I'm going to make sure that the OWD for account is set to private. You see, for account, it is set to private. Even though it is set to private for account, the user is able to still see all the account records because of that modify all permission on his profile. Now, what I will do is, for example, we have this account, right? For this account, what I will do is on that user's profile, by using the field level security, I will remove access to these fields. For example, account number and also account region. So as an admin, I'm going to navigate to the user's profile, which is this one. Then from here, we will switch to object settings so that we can navigate to the account object. Let's open accounts. And click on edit. And let's remove, for example, edit access to the account number and account region, right? And then we're going to save this. So what does that mean? It means even though the user has that modify all edit permission, now because of this change that we made, the user will not be able to edit those two fields. So let's go to the test user account and do a refresh here. And then go to details. Here we have the account number field. The edit access has been removed, and account region, the edit access has been removed. So I cannot edit these two fields as a test user. So now I'm going to go back to my admin account, and I will also remove the view access too. All right, let me remove this view access and read access. All right, that's also now removed. Let's go ahead and save this. Then we'll go to our test users account. Test user was previously see the fields and the information in that field. Now I'm going to refresh this page. Go to details. And what happens now is the fields are there, but the test user is not able to view the information inside these fields, okay? Because we removed that read access from our user's profile. And then we have this rule over here. It says field level security overrides modify all data and view all data permission. But if the user's profile has this access given, then the user will be able to bypass the field level security. Let's go to that user's profile and give this system permission. Okay, so this is the user's profile. From here, I'm going to search for edit, read only fields. That system permission pops up here. So we're going to click on that. And currently it's not given to the user. Let's click edit. Let's find that real quick. Edit, read only fields, check this box, and save this. Let's save this part as well. Then we'll go to our test user account. Let's refresh this page. Let's go to details. Account number and account region. So let's refresh this page as well. One more time. And then I'm going to go to the user's profile. The user is still not able to edit these fields, account region and account number. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the profile. And then on the field level security, I will give some access to the user. All right, so let's go. Let's go to the admin account and switch to object settings. And let's go to accounts. Let's edit this. So we're giving the read access. Usually that would give the access only to view the information in those fields. As you can see, we didn't give the edit access to those fields on the field level security. So we are not giving the edit access yet. But the user's profile has edit read only field system permission given. That permission will allow our user to edit these fields anyway. So that permission will bypass this field level security. So let's go to that test user's account and open an account record. So those two fields were account number and account region. Let's do a refresh here. This particular account might have a different page layout. So here it is. Account number field is here. Account region field is here. So what I can do is now go ahead and update this. All right. So this is when that particular permission bypasses field level security. So again, to summarize, usually you will see that the field level security blocks the user, even if the user has modify all data permission. And if you remove on the field level security, if you remove the edit access to that field, the user will not be able to edit the field, even if they have the modify all data permission. But if the user's profile has that specific permission, which is edit read only field system permission, then it doesn't care about the field level security. It will allow user to bypass it. This is how all these permissions work together. So on this user's profile, I'm going to do a couple more things. I'm going to remove the edit access. Sorry, not the edit access. Edit is already removed, but the read access for these two fields, and save. We're going to see how it impacts those fields on the page layout. Then we will switch to our test users. This is from the previous session. The user was able to see these two fields. And now I'm going to refresh this page. Go to details. And the account number and the account region. So those two fields, the information in these two fields are removed now. Okay. So now the user is not able to edit them because these two fields are not read-only fields anymore. Okay, so for this permission, yes, this permission will allow you to edit fields, but those fields need to be read-only fields for you. If you don't have read access to those fields, then this permission won't work for you. That's what we're seeing from here, okay? Right? Account number and account region. Even though you have that special permission on your profile, you cannot edit these fields because these fields are not read-only for you. They are completely hidden from you, okay? If we go back to the profile and give this read access to our test user, then the test user will be able to edit them even though we are not giving the edit access. Let's do that. All right, so now we're giving only read access and then saving this. And refresh this page as a test user. Now we are waiting. Let's do a couple more refreshes until we get that permission back. Okay, now you see, I can now edit these read-only fields. So that's how it works. The same type of permission, this same permission can be given with permission set as well. It works the same way how it works as the profiles. Here we have some more additional information about field level security. First one says field level security settings let you restrict users' access to view and edit specific fields. All right, so it is going to allow you to remove access from the users. Okay, this is not something that you use to give more access. All right, that's exactly what the second bullet point is talking about. FLS cannot grant more access than the user's baseline access defined on their profile or permission set. Remember, permission set is used to give more access, to extend the access, but field level security is used to restrict the access. If a field is marked as required globally, then you cannot edit the field level security. So what does that mean? So that means when you are creating a field, if you mark that field as required, then you can't change the field level security for that. So for example, if I go to my object manager on the account object, I'm going to create one field and I'm going to mark it globally required. For example, let's go with text field, which are more popular ones, and then test field level security. Length is 30, for example, and I'm going to mark this field required. This is what makes it globally required. Okay, that's the term for required fields. All right, so we're just going to click next. Click next. You see, on this page also, you cannot configure the field level security. You cannot make it invisible for users, or you cannot make it read-only for users. That's because this is globally required field. Click next. It is automatically added to all the page layouts. Why? Because it is a required field, regardless of for any record type or for any page layout, a user must enter a value for this field. That's why you cannot set a field level security and make this field read-only or hide it from users. Let's click Save. And then we will go to an account record. Let's open this account, and test field level security is here, for example. If you don't see this field right away on your page, that means you might be using Lightning Pages. So go to that account Lightning page and add this field manually, okay? So the field is here, okay? Now, if I try to edit this record and try to save, it's going to fail me, okay? It will say I have to put a value here, okay? Now, let me go to that field, okay, on the profile. So let me go to our test users profile, for example, which is the new standard user profile. It doesn't matter which profile, or this one or the other profiles. You won't be able to make it read-only. For example, let me go to that account object and then find that field. Let's click on edit. You see test FLS, I cannot change it. So that's what this particular bullet point is talking about. You can set FLS for some standard fields. For example, name is a common example for most objects. So if we go back to our profile again, we have this name field, right? This name field is also by default universally required field. You cannot change this field level security for this field. So where is that? What is that name field? This is actually the name field, okay? You cannot create an account without that field, okay? This is a must-have field. You cannot create a record without that field. That's for all the objects. By default, it's universally required. And therefore, you cannot do a field level security for this field. All right, this is some more additional information. And basically, this is the what you need to know about field level security. We covered quite a lot of details. And this is the more advanced use case, or should I say scenario.